Okay, so this is round two of this video, but I'm gonna keep on going. All it was really, I was saying, is that after kind of watch Captain Marvel, and after it being a disappointment that most of us probably expected, it sits in that same area as Thor: The Dark World, Ant-Man and the Wasp. The films that didn't really change much. The characters didn't change. The acting was good in Thor and in Ant-Man. For Brie Larson, I mean, they probably could have got a better actress to kind of show that more charismatic side of her, of Captain Marvel, which I don't think Brie Larson shows. And I'm not just saying because I just want to; it's just facts, or at least what I saw in my opinion. There was no kind of real charismatic persona behind the words. It kind of just seemed very monotone and dull. So that's why I think kind of Captain Marvel didn't perform as well, because there was no real development. She kind of was powerful at the beginning, she was powerful at the end. Just for comparison's sake, take Spider-Man in Homecoming. He's not swinging around in New York. He can barely swing amongst trees and things like that. So there's character development there. Part of Disequilibrium, it didn't have much of an impact on me personally. I felt, Captain Marvel was gonna come on top out of, 10 out of 10 times. I mean, there was no real consequence that happened at the end, or kind of that molded her character or changed her. So the reason of me making this video is because looking back at Justice League, I hope Avengers Endgame doesn't fall into the same trap of like Superman coming back and saves the day and just beats up Steppenwolf, whereas most of the story is supposed to be about teamwork, etc., things like that. And I hope that in Avengers Endgame, Captain Marvel doesn't come out of thin air and just beat up everyone, even though the whole idea of the film is teamwork and things like that, which is a massive worry, because I feel like the MCU could really dive into the DCU kind of with their. I know that MCU is gonna have films here and there that aren't as character building films all the time. You need some escapism in these films, really. So like that's why I think like films like Ant-Man and stuff, they're good. But when they push kind of Captain Marvel is supposed to be like kind of the main leader alongside Spider-Man for the next phase, I mean, it's not on good hands. Like Spider-Man's obviously he's a brilliant main character. Captain Marvel's only come into the public, into the comics, everything like that fairly recently. The character so far in the film is not great. Obviously, most likely, Captain Marvel is probably going to save the day. But I hope they just do it in a way that it's tasteful. It's not overbearing on kind of political views or whatever. If they want to do that, I just hope they just keep everything like that out of it, because it's supposed to be kind of a neutral kind of film. It's supposed to just have fun, and that's the main thing of it. And I hope they just stay to that, they just stick to having a good story and not kind of have politics compromise over it. I'm just really hoping that they don't go back to a basic kind of routine mold kind of what happens. Like, and we all know the heroes are going to win out that day. We know there will be some consequences, say like, I don't know, if Iron Man might die or whatever, but we don't want to go back to the basic kind of, because there's been so much that was risked with Infinity War. There's no point kind of going back to that kind of cliche, good guy wins with just a sucker punch or whatever. I just don't want something like that, because I really truly believe it'll spoil the film. My fears are that 3/4 of the film will be very good, and then the last quarter will kind of leave a bad taste in your mouth, and it'll be kind of the basic routine. Hopefully it's just as good as Infinity War. I'd like it obviously to be better, but that's the bar really. And I hope they just don't do a Justice League with Superman coming in. But that's really it. That was my main kind of worry that I want to say just before. It's about a month before Avengers comes out. So yeah, thank you everyone for listening. please, at the end of the film, don't make Captain Marvel say Avengers Assemble. If someone's got to do it, it's got to be Captain America.